guys. I got a new guest today on the vlog. This is Noah. We realized that it's been a couple years since you guys have actually got an update straight from Noah. So we thought it'd be really fun if I just asked him some questions and gave you guys all an update on how he's doing. So Noah, how's it going?
I'm doing really well right now. There hasn't been a lot going on with my heart lately. My breathing and energy level's been kind of still having some trouble there and just getting more tired. But
right.
my heart's been doing really well. And the last cath, we had really good results.
Yeah, we did.
And I was doing really well.
Yeah, so how old are you now?
14.
14, that's right. And you are in high school now, so that was a big change this year. Very exciting change that we did, and that's going really well, wouldn't you say? Yeah. But, yes, his heart's doing very well. It's very stable. So the big news this year was that you were able to go off the transplant list, which was huge, right? It was a huge celebration. Does that mean that you no longer have restrictive cardiomyopathy?
No, that just means my heart is healthy enough to where any new heart they could give me would be worse than the one that I have now. But
maybe not
I'm eventually
worse. Maybe not worse, but it wouldn't really make things any better than your own heart is doing currently.
So they're putting it off for a while, and eventually I'll still need that transplant.
Right, unless God continues to improve your heart and things continue to go well, right? Which definitely can happen.
Yeah.
So, you and I both share this rare form of muscular dystrophy. Do you remember the name of it?
Desmond muscular dystrophy.
That's right, Desmond. And what are some of the ways that you have seen it kind of manifest in your body already?
Again, energy level, level of eating.
So that's kind of new. What do you mean by the level of eating? What does that look like for you?
How much I can eat, how long it takes me to eat. Here and there I've had comments, you eat slower and you don't eat as much. So that's one thing that's been going on. Right,
and has it affected your weight as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's something that we're going to actually talk about. This Thursday he goes to an MD clinic at Chalk, and those are some things we'll discuss with the doctors there. And usually we go every few months and they kind of give us an update on if they see any progression of the disease in any of his muscles. So we normally get a lot of information there. So far we're seeing it affect the way that you're eating and your eating habits and your weight and your breathing. So tell us more about that. How has it affected your breathing?
Just any form of a lot of hard exercise and running for a short length of time can kind of just make it really hard on my so I get out of breath easily. Right. So a lot of activity and running around can get me really out of breath, especially when it's night and it's really cold. That really affects it a lot as well. And
that's a little different for me because I don't necessarily get out of breath as much as you do. Like my breathing weakness affects the output. It really affects my speaking. And my cough, I'm not able to cough well. And they call it expiratory breath, where you breathe out. It's very, very weak. But for you, it kind of presents itself almost like an asthma patient, right? You've been mistaken for having asthma quite a few times. Yeah, so even if you were to run up a flight of stairs, you would be really out of breath, or catching up with the teacher down the hall. You once had a teacher who turned around and asked if you had asthma. Yeah, so they're keeping an eye on that. Every day we actually, we use that machine together on good days when we're being good patients, right?
Never.
Well, we're getting better, but it's not something we enjoy. It's a machine that we use for 10 minutes. and it basically helps kind of strengthen our diaphragm and get any like mucus or anything that's on our diaphragm, kind of gets it out for us. It's called a cough assist, and it's like a mask that we wear, and it kind of like sucks the air in and out, and it's really uncomfortable, but kind of neat that we get to do it together, I guess, like, so we don't feel alone in that, I guess. So are there any other, like, physically, any of your skeletal muscles, have they been affected?
Not that much. There is some weakness in there where it's harder to do things. Like maybe throwing a ball or something like that. Just,
right.
It's more difficult for me to do.
Coordination, balance, some strength, maybe like an aerosol spray can, like for sunblock or something. That motion is probably a little bit weaker. And some we're just aware of because we know that you have this disease. Like, the average person probably wouldn't pick it out that you had these weaknesses.
Yeah.
But because we know about it and because you are monitored by a team of doctors every 6 months, like, they're helping to point those out. Yeah. So now, what are some of the ways that you've really seen the Lord at work through this journey?
I think just in support by family members and friends, and in my own personal journey, I would say just how well me and my family have been doing, and it really could be worse. I've been doing really well with my heart, and I've been able to do some great and amazing things that I wouldn't have been able to do if I had this heart condition.
So true.
So, yeah, I think the Lord is doing some amazing work in our family, and I've seen that in my sister and in my mom. And, yeah.
Thank you, Noah. That's such good perspective. I really appreciate those sweet words.
Thank you.
I've really seen you grow just in the last couple of years. You've been, like, growing your compassion and understanding and just the joy. It's not an easy thing to walk through these hard times, but I've really seen you do it well, and I'm really seeing your faith deepen because of it. So it's really an encouragement to me, and I'm sure to a lot of people watching you walk through this. So yeah, I appreciate you sharing that with us. We just really appreciate you guys' prayers and standing behind us through this journey. And yeah, it's a hard road, and there's times of grief and loss, but there's a lot of times of joy. And I like that you said we've had a lot of opportunities that we may not have had. And so, yeah, we are very blessed, and thank you for journeying with us. Anything else you want to say to everybody? No? All right.